بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Our ability to feel enough and whole depends on our connection to the one who is complete. And so many times, we seek wholeness from so many other places other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, other than God, other than our creator. And it never really suffices. It never really lasts. And so everything in our path is designed to point us to our creator. Whenever we feel heartbroken, it is to point us to the one who mends. Whenever we don't feel enough and whole, it's to point us to the one who is perfect, the one who is complete. The point is not that we become perfect. The point is that we recognize our imperfection and allow our imperfection to be a path towards God. And when we can connect so deeply to God's sufficiency, meaning that He holds everything we need. He is the source of everything we need and want. He is the source of everything we lack. When we connect so deeply to that, you will find that He will carry your heart, and He will fill your heart with this feeling of empowerment, with this feeling of wholeness, with this feeling of being enough.
All of a sudden, other people's opinions of me and the validation that I used to seek from everything and everyone else suddenly doesn't mean nearly as much to me now as it used to. Through the God in Me program, I've learned to value and respect my own truth and find validation only through God. Honestly, it's one of the most liberating feelings I've ever had. I feel like free and more capable than I've ever felt before.
I have found the God in Me program by Dr. Marwa Asar to be very unique in its approach to psychology and Islam. I didn't even know that so much psychology is found in the Quran, and it has only inspired me to continue seeking more and learning more.
The God in Me program has given me a purpose to wake up in the morning. Since the very first day, it's been taking care of my heart. I feel like I'm exploring parts of myself that I never knew existed, and I'll be forever grateful for that.
I love taking concepts that have a lot to do with having healthy relationship with ourselves and improving our mental and spiritual and emotional well-being, and exploring it in a way and navigating in a way and analyzing it in a way that can actually feed our souls, that can actually feed our hearts, that can actually promote our tazkiyah, which is our purification of the heart, and help and be a catalyst for our path towards God.
In relation to God, I feel like I have so much trust and confidence in His plan for me more than ever before. Where I was previously anxious, I'm now calm. Where I was previously fearful, I am now optimistic. I'm able to see and to feel God's love and mercy for me a lot more. I can more easily recognize His blessings and how He benefits me in everything that I experience. Even when I go through difficulties and hardships, I'm a lot better now at recentering myself and submitting myself to His will than I used to be before. The dedication that Dr. Marwa has towards her research and work, and her effectiveness to coach others through this transformation is clear in the quality of the program materials. She writes and speaks with such care and concern and a supportive nature. Even though the audio sessions are pre-recorded and it's available on demand, it still actually feels as if I'm having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone who knows me and what I've struggled with, sometimes more than I even know myself.
And so my passion is really providing education and empowerment that is Islamically and spiritually focused, but does not ignore your mental and emotional experience. I really care about how your heart interacts with what your mind is absorbing. Because if the mind is king, we're just satisfied with like information just staying there in our minds. But when we take care of our heart and we view our heart as needing to be the king of our being, we'll always want to check in with how our heart is interacting with what our mind is absorbing.
The heart over mind and ego approach, or home, is Dr. Marwa's incredibly impactful way of understanding all of the different parts of ourselves, what their roles are, and how we should interact with all of them in a healthy way. What is the role of our intellectual mind? What is the role of our hearts, our spiritual hearts? What is the role of our ego, our nafs? Like, each of these entities was put into us by God for a purpose. Yes, even the nafs. I now understand its purpose and how it fits into understanding myself and God. The remarkable thing is, as a result of understanding this, I find that it has a lot less influence on me. That these are just some of the effects of the God and Me program, which is rooted in the home approach of understanding our psychology and spirituality.
This is not a one-size-fits-all program. This is not information overload without guidance and support on how to apply what you are learning to your own unique life. This is not a course that is just for your mind. I take a holistic approach to psychospiritual wellness. This is not knowledge without guided reflection and accountability. This is not spiritual growth without importance for your mental and emotional well-being. This is not religious knowledge without a focus on how you personally think and feel about God and your faith as a whole, and even your acts of worship. Your faith matters, your spirituality matters, your psychology also matters.
I'm 3 weeks into the home program, and what's so special and comforting about it is the way it was designed. It's easily understandable, and it provides education for you, and not the kind of education on self-love and self-help fluffiness that's out there a lot, but a more real grounded base of Islamic knowledge with the reality of psychology and how we're designed.
The quality of the material in the God and Me program isn't so much like it's information overload or Dr. Marwa is speaking at you, but rather it's a gentle guide into exploring the depths of yourself. Honestly, it was not an easy process for me to take a good, hard, honest look at myself and come face to face with my weaknesses and my shortcomings, and to face all of the negative narratives that have been with me my whole life, whether it's shame or feelings of unworthiness or feelings of being inadequate. Despite how uncomfortable these moments of reflection are, Dr. Marwa's program is structured in a way that just led me and the rest of the students gently along this amazing journey of rediscovering who I am and rediscovering who God is, and unlearning the things that aren't true.
The home program by Dr. Marwa is not one of those self-help short-term kind of approaches towards psychological health and emotional health, but it's really something that has a strong grounding and base in Islam, that when you read the material and you do the exercises, you know it's working, you feel that it's working, and you start to experience that truth that you've always had, but for whatever reason you withdrew from it, or it's been taken away from you through life experiences. So it's a very refreshing return to what all our hearts seek, and you really do feel like you're at home when you're reading the material, when you're doing the exercises, which also include reading Quran, and you approach it with so much self-compassion and self-respect that you want to build yourself and you want to create yourself and live your life the way that God designed you.
For those whose hearts have been broken open, those whose hearts have been emptied from all that was in it, and those whose souls are looking for how to fill it back up in a healthy way, man, you don't know how blessed you are to have stumbled upon the God in Me program. Personally, I felt God guided me to finding this program. Perhaps this is the moment that God is guiding you towards, this amazing opportunity.
بسم الله